smoking hot teachers. And me being a creepy wee boy. There was one teacher in particular, very odd. He was called Mr. Sharp. There was nothing sharp about him. A round-headed, baldy bastard. No offense, sir. One of my best friends is a baldy bastard. And you wear it well. Mr. Sharp didn't wear it well. He had a head like a 20-year-old rubber. And so he was a maths teacher. Oh, there was one sharp thing about Mr. Sharp, other than his name. He had this long wooden stick, and he wasn't scared to use it. He used it for pointing on the blackboard. And so he's a maths teacher. One day we're in his class, and he's teaching us about circles. Pythagoras or something like that. Boring. So I turned to my friend sat behind me to say something stupid like, Mr. Sharp likes pi. Or 3.14. It's the square root of his head. And I didn't realize, but Mr. Sharp had knelt down behind me. He tapped me on the shoulder with his finger. And I thought it was his long wooden pointer, so I whipped around with my elbow. And I caught him in his jaw, and he fell to the floor. Hit the floor like a single potato. And I thought, what a shot. No, I thought, shit, I'm in trouble. I've just knocked out a teacher. But I saw a flicker in his eyes, and he started picking himself up. So I picked up his pointer, and I finished him off. It's a wee bit nerve-wracking being up here. It's kind of like riding a dragon. Yesterday I took my friend to the Saturday market, farmer's market in Leith. I was blown away, it's amazing. They've got so much stuff. I used to go every Thursday and it was shite. This morning, first thing I did, I got up and I made myself some coffee and I chucked some cloves on, in that order. And then I opened my eyes to see how well I did. And after that, I always love to get some fresh air and some sunlight. So I was walking up to the park in my anorak and, smoking my breakfast. And I saw this blind man stood in the middle of the road with his dog, taking a shit, his guide dog. So I ran over, I said, "Excuse me, do you want me to get that for you?" He said, "Oh, aye, that'd be grand." I don't think he had an accent, but I'll give him that one. So I asked him to hold my coffee, and I took his shite bag off him, and I knelt down to pick up the masterpiece, and I nipped off to the bin. And then I looked back, and I realized I've just left a blind man stood right in the middle of the road with his dog on a lead and holding my hot coffee. It did have a lid on it. I'm not that stupid. It wasn't a mug filled to the rim. I'm the only mug in this story. So I ran back to him to tell him, you just stood in the middle of the road here. He said, "Yes, I do know that." Of course he fucking knows that. He's walking his dog. He knows these streets like the back of his eyelid. I've always wanted a dog myself, but that requires some common sense. Maybe I'll get a common sense support dog. It'd stop me speaking to strangers and maybe turn the oven off. I've got a hilarious knee slapper for you. You just want to hear it? Oh, that's my time up, I'm afraid. I've been almost as good as my audience. Thank you very much.
Well done. Lukas, Christie. Oh, we've lost audience on.